What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Bro Tech Gaming Podcast. My name is Carlos. Sean is out for the night, so I'm going to be running things today. You guys check out the links in the description. We got Instagram, we got Twitter, we got Twitch, we got all that good stuff. You guys check it out, subscribe. That would help us out a lot. But yeah, so let's get into it. Last of Us Season 2, Episode 3. Kind of seeing the aftermath of the war, what happened with Joel, and just everything unfolding. So you know, Ellie waking up in the hospital is kind of crazy because, you know, like she got kicked in the ribs and stuff, so she had a tube, you know, draining out. So I guess she had been in there for 4 months. I think it said 4 months later, so she was in there for 4 months. She gets out, she goes to the house. You know, Dina shows up and kind of gives her the details about what happened. I guess like the names and where all the people are from, so kind of like, you know, driving the plot, which is good. I honestly think that Dina is pretty much pushing this whole like story forward. Ellie, like, she has the revenge factor, but I feel like Dina has it a little bit more as of right now. Like, she's just being smarter about it, you know, because you see Ellie, you know, packing mostly just guns, and, you know, Dina comes in there with the map. She comes in there with the list of everything that they're gonna need, and like even Seth like helps them out, you know, like you know, Seth gets the horse and he's all like, yeah, there's all this stuff inside the saddles and stuff like that. So a lot of people helping their cause, which is pretty good. You know, we got the scene with Tommy cleaning Joel, which that was honestly kind of hard to see, like in a good way, you know. Like it finally hit me that, you know, Joel is no longer going to be in the show, and that really sucks. You know, I think Joel was in every episode up until this past episode, so it kind of sucks not seeing him in every episode, but I'm sure we're still gonna get some flashbacks with him, so it's gonna be all right. I mean, we got him in the Marvel movies now, so we can expect to see him in a lot of other stuff. Other than that, so we see like Dina and Ellie's trip to Seattle, and I felt like that trip went so fast. Like, in just like a matter of minutes, they started off on their trip. They had that night in the tent when it was raining, and then like it felt like the next day they were just there. So they skipped, I mean, they time traveled basically over there. So yeah, so I kind of wish they would have showed more on the trip. So they do show a part where the Seraphites come out. So a dad and his daughter are walking, and, you know, they start whistling. So that is straight out from the game. So in the game, the Seraphites have special whistles for, you know, they kind of went over it in the show, like all safe, you know, nobody's following us, you know, danger, you know, hide, stuff like that. They have a whistle for everything. And, you know, the daughter wanted to learn the whistle, so the dad was like, I'm going to teach you how to whistle. So they get a whistle about danger, and the dad said that it was the wolves coming. So the wolves is talking about Abby's faction, the Seattle, it was something, it was like the WLV, something like that. I don't exactly remember. So Dina and Ellie are already at Seattle, which was kind of crazy because we didn't think that they were going to get there until like the end of the season, but we're 3 episodes in and they're already there. So yeah, so we're gonna see that. Other things in the episodes, they had the council meeting, and they actually voted for them not to go because they were gonna elect 16 people to go to Seattle to execute the group that killed Joel, and they said no, which is kind of crazy because I would have thought that they would have said yes, but I mean, I guess it would have been weird seeing a group of 16 people, you know, on their way to Seattle. So, I mean, in the game, it was Dina and Ellie on their way to Seattle, so it makes sense. I'm not going to spoil anything for that. But yeah, so Dina and Ellie do find the Seraphites on the road to Seattle, and it was the same group that we got shown earlier in the show, and they were all murdered. So So yeah, so Dina like comes out and like pukes, and then Ellie goes and checks him out, and yeah, she's just like, you know what, let's go. And yeah, that was pretty much the episode. At the end of the episode, they show all the wolves kind of like going down the street, and there's a lot of them. So it's probably going to be more than what they thought, probably more than what they thought they can handle. I really want to see how they manage that. It's probably going to be the same way in the game, but all good. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep this really short. Give me my rating. I was gonna give this episode an 8 out of 10. I thought it was really good. The stuff I didn't like was just how fast they got to Seattle. I thought they were gonna really stretch that out. They could have done a whole lot more in Jackson before they left, but they chose to just dip out, which is fine. Like I think in the next episode we're gonna get the subway scene, when Dina was like sitting there, she's trying to count like all the clickers that she hears, which I think that's going to be a really good scene, and I can't wait for that. So 8 out of 10. I gave the other two episodes, the first two episodes, 9 out of 10s, but this one falls kind of short, but it's still up there as being really good. So far the whole season's been really good watch. Rewatchability is really good, so I'm probably gonna binge it again after it's done. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Did you guys like it? Are you guys still watching, not watching? Let me know. But yeah, so please like and subscribe the video, share it with other people that like The Last of Us, and we'll be back next week for episode 4. So peace out.